Welcome back everybody to another reverse 1999 video. Alright guys, something I want to talk about, I think it needs to be discussed real quick, and that is what to get done throughout the month. Specifically in the next 8 or so hours, we have a big event that's completing, and you should be on top of it if you have not been. It does not require any stamina, but does require you to have quite a bit of strategy. Also want to talk about, now that we're in day 3 or 4, some mistakes some folks are doing, so things to avoid. Also places you need to absolutely focus on to get the max amount of your rewards. Now, if you guys are not aware, this is a complete free-to-play account. I always mention this so people have the same kind of idea of where I'm at. For me personally, I've completed the storyline fully. I've got up to 272 stars at the moment kicking around, so I'm currently working on completing all of hard mode so I can complete this last Child of Prosperity and get the Trace reward and finish up my wilderness. So we're going to talk about wilderness and how its importance very soon, but that is going to be my main goal currently from a storyline perspective, and it's going to help me further my AFK rewards, okay? So my advice to everybody has been work on the campaign mode, but also don't forget other things that are important to you, okay? So first off, let's talk about what's almost ending and what you should be working on right now. Now this mode, the artificial somnambulism, does not require any stamina, but it does require quite a bit of your time. Okay, now this, you can see here, the rewards are going to reset in 8 hours. If you have not been doing this, you should absolutely be doing this today, right now. This should be your only focus on getting as much of this completed as you can before reset. Now, the reason why it's so important is these missions, the more you collect stars by finishing the actual artificial stages, the more you'll get these oneric fluids, which allow you to buy things from the artificial shop. And then also you get yourself coins, the Sharpananti, and also the very important moment of dissonance, which actually allows you to increase and level up your resonant for your characters. Now these are normally purchasable by using these coins, and they cost quite a bit. By completing these and doing the stars, you're actually going to get some of these for free. So these rewards here are going to be expiring very soon. I want to talk about the actual artificial somnambulism stages, okay? When you do stage 1 to 5, it's very straightforward. You'll read a generic storyline for each one of these. You can read it or skip it, it's up to you. You'll click around the map and you'll do just basic battles with a few bosses on the 10th stage. Now, as you do these, you're going to collect yourself some rewards through each of these stages, right? Specifically clear drops, and you're also going to get yourself oneric fluids, some coins, and more of these moments of dissonance, as well as other insight material. As you progress through this, you're going to get yourself additional things that you can get item-wise, right? Now, this is going to pretty much be the ebb and flow until you hit number 5. Number 5 starts to change things quite a bit, okay? Number 5 actually requires you to choose characters, and then after the battle is done, you get to keep 2 of the 4 characters, and then the other 2 characters are removed for the next battle, and you have to swap in 2 more characters. So ideally at this point, if you're at stage 5, you have built a little bit of a roster up to maximum of 6 characters that you can bring to these battles, okay? They start becoming increasingly more difficult, and the demand becomes a lot more difficult as well. 6 gets even harder. 7 so far has been the toughest one for me. I have not been able to finish the last act here at 5 of 5 with the last requirement, so I'm missing 1 reward right there, which is pretty huge for a free-to-play player because it gives you insight, Sharbanti, as well as the oneric fragments and clear drops, right? So as you progress, you're going to need to use more than 4 units. You're going to need to use up to 6 units, okay? So once this resets, I'll do a full guide on this, but it's very important to note that now, once you do finish this, you're going to go into Limbo, which is end game content, okay? Limbo here will give you guys more clear drops, more of these oneric fluids, and more coins. But as you can see here, the rewards get a little less, but Limbo trial rewards are refreshed at 5 a.m. I guess, on the 1st and 16th of every month. So these rewards will always be available to you, and this is how you're going to farm majority of your clear drops and fluids, okay? So very important, guys. Drop everything right now, unless you're full on stamina, then obviously use your stamina first, and then start working on this. You have 8 hours to complete as much of this as possible, and like I said, it's very important to note, when you go into the shop, you guys can purchase quite a bit of things from here that are going to help your account grow, right? So let's just go to the Fragment Shop here. Here's the oneric shop there. You guys can see here, this is going to be for your inside, so your resonant. And as you get further into the resonant, you're going to need the more expensive stuff as well. So it is critical to your account, guys, to grow as much of this as you can. And then you guys can see here, you guys can also get insight material as well. So that is key. The second thing I talked about earlier was wilderness. Okay, so wilderness is so important, guys. I can't stress how important this is. This is where your AFK rewards are going to be. Now, I'm level 5 wilderness. I've been like pushing you guys to kind of get it done. Wilderness, if you guys can especially level up your Dust Bell Tower and your Shavante Market, you guys can see here, they're all maxed out for me. Except, oh, sorry, they're all open up for me, but they're not maxed out. Right over here, you're going to have these little straw dolls called Kern Babies. I recommend, guys, try to push your stamina if you can to get these leveled up. Okay, so I still have to do a few more, but as you can see here, as you increase in level, it does cost quite a bit. But look at the increase of the amount that you get per level, right? So level 5 is the highest. Definitely try your best, guys, to do this. Now, the places to get this is doing the quest for the wilderness is one way, but secondly, you also have to go to the Resource Harvest Prime. There is a stage that will sometimes drop the yellow dolls, possibly, but always the blue doll. So try to get this done, guys, and focus on your wilderness. I promise you, not only are you going to get yourself AFK rewards, but you're also going to be able to put your units in there that you care about most and build bonds automatically. Right over here, you guys can see here, I'm currently building bonds with all my characters that are placed here. And the beauty of building bonds is you unlock more clear drops by doing so, right? Very important to note. Also, right here in the front of your screen, if you click on your unit, you will build a bond with that unit as well. You can change the unit by going to your settings, clicking on the arrow here, and also altering the unit based on whose bond you want to build, as well as you can change their costumes as you go. You guys can see you'll have Eternity's costume because she's inside too. Very important detail, guys. So clicking on this once in a while, and also, just so you guys are aware, if you guys do change your unit, let's say I put Soul to be in here, right? If you go back and click on her, right, it will allow you to usually build a bond. I've already done hers already today. So switching characters once in a while, logging in and clicking on that character on the screen will increase your bond. Okay, so again, the purpose of that is to get your bond up with the characters, and you get yourself additional rewards by doing so, right? You see my bond is 59 right now. If you click right over here, right, you can see the bond level 59. You get voices, you get items from that, so you guys can get more things at 60%, right? This will unlock more items for you, and you get to learn a little bit more about your characters and additional items from the storyline as well. So bond plays a very big role, and the wilderness assists you in getting that role done. So make sure, guys, you are absolutely doing that. Now, going back to the building of your units, I made a mistake early on by building units too quickly. Avoid that. You will need, like I said, 6 units in total. Probably 2 teams are probably best to go with. Currently, this is the way I'm functioning. Main DPS, healer, and support. Okay, so those 3 are going to be my main DPS, healer, and support team. I need a secondary one. So I'm waiting for a poison team. That's why I have Sotheby here. Sotheby is going to be my healer, my poison main. And then I'm waiting for channeling and then Kanjira. So if I can get those units together, I have another team built up, right? Right now, Sunita does play a 4th role for me as a disarm and support unit for buffing, but I really don't have anything else except for Charlie and DK build. So I may eventually, depending how my roles go on the next few banners 1.2, may end up actually building DK, Charlie, and another DPS unit, or sorry, Charlie will be my DPS, DK will be my healer, and then I might like use X or someone else as a support. So we'll see how this goes, but right now, I'm still working on my poison team, and that's what I want to focus on next. Okay, so don't spend all of your resources building everybody. Focus on a total of 6 for now to get these artificial done, and then wait for another banner to drop. Something else that I want to discuss here, and this is a fairly important one, is candy, and then the candy jars, and then daily purchases. Now, I personally am not going to purchase any daily purchase limits at any time right now. I'm always available for my stamina before it caps. You guys can see here 16 hours before it opens up. I'm always logging in, and I'm always making sure I'm using it as much as possible. Most of my efforts currently are going towards completing hard mode. Like I said, I want to get my wilderness completely maxed out, And then after that, I'm going to be pushing mostly for resources in the resource section and getting my characters leveled up to 50 and then pushing for Insight 3, right? If you unlock Insight 3 on a character, and this is a very hard one, just so you guys are aware, it does open up something else called Solitude for 100 years, right? And then if you reach Insight 3, it enhances their last skill, which is Enhanced Blood of Longevity for Eternity, for example. Damage dealt is 5%, and damage heal is 5% at 5 stacks of Blood Longevity. This effect transforms to Blood of Immortality, giving her damage bonus plus 25%, damage heal plus 25%, and immune to stats down, cannot be dispelled. So, super, super powerful, but as you can see here, it requires a lot of material, so it's going to take quite a bit of time to complete this, and it's going to require some crafting that you're going to have to do in your wilderness. So again, going back to the wilderness and how important it is. So, in a nutshell, guys, maximum 6 units to focus on. DPS, support, heal. DPS, support, heal. 6 units, okay? In the artificial, you're after stage 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're going to require the alteration of units back and forth while retaining 2 units and eventually down to retaining 1 unit and then swapping out 3 even. Very important to get those rewards done. You have 8 hours, focus on that. Then go push hard mode after you've done the regular campaign if you want to, and you want to be hardcore about it, min-max, and get yourself all the rewards to push your wilderness to the max to get as much rewards as you can from the wilderness itself. And don't forget about your bonds. It's super, super important, guys, to get that out of the way, okay? So those are the things I wanted to discuss real quick, because a lot of people are kind of like confused on what to do next and where to go. It really isn't about summoning at the moment, guys. I mean, if you rolled correctly, if you've been playing correctly, you've probably got a fairly decent team to finish all the content that's currently out and then just start saving all your resources. Don't forget about resources, guys. You should absolutely be doing these resource sections because they're going to be very important, especially the Harvest Prime if you plan to push Wilderness to its max level, which you should be doing for the AFK rewards. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope the video was insightful. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.